Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Mortal Kombat 9 Deluxe Shao Kahn figure from Storm Collectibles. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this set looks phenomenal, and yeah, we're actually going to start with the throne, and this is actually probably going to be the one section of the review where we see the throne up until the end because it's massive. It takes up almost my entire review space. So we're going to start there, and we're going to set it off to the side for then, and I mean, look at that. Look at that sculpt. It's just, that's gorgeous. There's tons of details going on here. I can see how close I can get it with just that nice stone sort of texture going on. We get lots of blood splatter going on both in the base and the throne itself, all the way down to, actually I'm going to take this opportunity to say that this is actually two separate pieces. We do have a harder plastic here for the base, and then the throne itself is kind of more of a rubbery plastic. It feels really, really nice. So actually do this in parts then. So I'll put that there. So here we see the base, and again, see all those nice textures coming through. And again, really love the way they did the kind of blood pools here with the kind of darker, and it kind of gets lighter as it goes out. Just really nicely done, looks very realistic. You can see some of the spray here on the inside, which obviously is you're not going to see otherwise, but then there's the bottom. So there's that. And then we get to this, and again, just blood splatter. We see there's even blood right here at the top of the skull, so you can only imagine what story happened there. You get the nice look here for the horns. Then we get some actual metal chain with some skulls hanging off of it. Beautifully done. And detail goes all the way to the back, so we get more of that texture. And you can see there, so more of that stone look to the back, not quite as intricate as the front, but of course it's not going to be. So fantastic work there. And yeah, that leaves us, ooh, try not to drop that. And that brings us to Shao Kahn. And y'all, I've been waiting for this for a long, long time. Actually, I didn't think we'd ever see an MK9 Shao Kahn in this form. This is my favorite representation of Shao Kahn, and they nailed it. This looks perfect. Proportions, I mean, straight up, like just dead on. I never got the original Storm Collectibles Shao Kahn, and I regretted that. It did have its, kind of quirks with the way it was sculpted and just kind of put together, but this is perfect. This is just exactly as it should look. And then they nailed that really deep red on his armor with all this nice gold trim. Then we can see the helmet has got that really nice kind of wash going over the skull piece of it. And again, we see some more gold. We see the kind of more stylized version up here with these kind of wavy things. And there is an unmasked head sculpt. It's weird to see Shao Kahn without a mask. So, but they did a fantastic job there. These really nice reptilian red eyes. They got these weird dragon finger things, but some nice shading going on his face as well. So that's awesome. And then go looking at the rest of the armor. He's got a skull here, some nice leather texture going on. We got the loincloth with metal guards here for his thighs. Just fantastic work all around. My only critique, I guess, is the details when you get to the toes are really soft, but again, how often are you gonna be looking at his feet? But yeah, just incredible looking figure and throne. So in addition to that absolutely resplendent throne, we do get a whole slew of accessories. So let's jump right in, starting with hands. So we do get a pair of fists. We get a pair of very extended fingers, kind of splayed open hands. Then we get some more, I guess, kind of grasping hands, more like definitive grasping hands. Then we get straight up grappling hands. As you can see, still with these two fingers kind of more extended, but not quite as extreme. Then we get pointing fingers to tell our opponents that they suck. And finally, we get a couple of grips, and those grips are for the weapons. And we do get his spear, both in this very nice iron sort of shade. And then of course we get the energy sphere spear in that translucent green. Absolutely beautiful work here. You can actually even see the way that's kind of reflecting off my hands there. Very, very nice. And then of course his signature hammer with the Mortal Kombat dragon on it. Fantastic details all around. Love the like kind of grainy texture here at the head of the hammer. We get the nice touch of gold going on. Handle is excellent. We do get a little bit of wear there. I haven't put this in the hands yet, so I guess that's kind of worth noting. That kind of already scratched off, but there is that. Yes, and then we get 3 different head sculpts. So we get, right out of the box, just the very stoic, kind of judgy face. Then we get more of a smiling, gritted teeth face. Finally, we get a very yelly face. So excellent work all around. And of course we get the helmet, which we did look at in the last section, and just kind of absolutely like unable to separate that from Shao Kahn's presentation character. Last thing we do get is we get a couple of just loose chains to go on that throne. And those are for some holes that are at the back of it. I didn't actually point those out, but you will see them if you have it. So that will do it for accessories. Articulation, balance here are things of unremitting beauty and just, yeah, freestanding kicks for days. Just beautiful. The part of that is the width of the feet. The other part is just the tensity in the joints. It's pretty much perfectly dialed in. Then let's get to the finer points here. Oh, we're running into some issues here. All right, we're gonna keep that off. So the head is on our dumbbell joint. We can get this to focus. There we go. So we can get a whole bunch of up. We can pretty much bury the chin. We get some nice head tilt as well. We do get some swivel. We do have these nice, generous butterfly joints. So we're coming back, coming forward. We can come up. Perfect T. We do have bicep swivel as well. Double jointed elbows coming to just about 90. Again, he is quite swole. Then we have our swivel hinge swivel for the arms, the wrists, pardon me. So you can get pretty much anywhere you want to go there. Comes to the torso. I'll be honest, I didn't even realize there was actually a cut here because of how well it's hidden with the harness. So yeah, there is that. So you do have your ab crunch here with the ball joint at the diaphragm, and then another one at the waist. So again, tons of forward. We're getting great arch back, and we're getting tons of side to side as well, and rotation from that waist joint. Coming to the hips, we get pretty much full splits. Not quite there, but almost. Absolutely beautiful. Then we get pretty much perfect front kick, almost complete 90. We do get some thigh swivel from that joint. I do have to apply a little bit of shock oil down there. You can hear that trademark Storm Collectibles squeak. We have double jointed knees, bringing us just past 90. Unfortunately, we do not get a cut here, but we do get some pretty nice point, some nice forward, some excellent rocker in and out, and then we do get a toe joint. And I actually gotta loosen the one up on the left foot, but yeah, overall, that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here is with some other Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat figures, with a couple other Storm Collectibles lines, with some domestics, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with an articulated icons, Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valorous Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Mortal Kombat 9 Deluxe Shao Kahn figure from Storm Collectibles is that this is just so good. I've got to say, this is damn near perfect. Yeah, as I've said earlier in the video, this is my favorite version of Shao Kahn. I never thought I'd see a figure of it, let alone one this good. And you know, I think it's worth absolutely every penny. You know, certainly there are two options here. You know, there's a deluxe version that has the throne. However, if you don't need the throne, don't have the space for it, etc., you can get just Shao Kahn for $60 less, and I don't think you're missing anything if that's your situation. Like, it's just an incredible figure. The throne is really just icing on the cake, and I could not be happier. So honestly, if you're a fan of Mortal Kombat, Shao Kahn as a character, any of that, just absolutely pick this up. It's so good. I like the articulation, super fun. The accessories are just fantastic. It kicks so much ass. Cannot recommend this enough. So Big Bad Toy Store is the exclusive distributor in the US for Storm Collectibles. So if you're interested, I'll have that link in the description below for both the deluxe and the standard versions. And yeah, so you can pick that up if you are interested. All that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if so, I hope to see you back, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. Any of that appeals to you, come on back. Let's just escape the world, talk about some beautiful plastic, and just have a time. So at the end of the day, I really just hope you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.